With the outbreak of the coronavirus in Ghana, government has implemented several measures to control the spread of the virus. One of such measures is the closure of all educational institutions for the next few weeks. One of such institutions affected by this directive is the University of Ghana. Now, the University of Ghana is the first tertiary institution established in the country. There are almost 40,000 students currently on admission here at the university, excluding staff and other workers. Now, because of the numbers of the students, this place is virtually a community, as some businesses have been established on campus to render services conveniently to students. In adherence to the directive by the government, the university compelled all students to leave campus. Now, I'm here on the University of Ghana to tour a few facilities and find out what the situation is like and find out how it has been impacted. In front of me is one of the most iconic buildings that personifies this institution, the University of Ghana. On a daily basis, it accommodates students from all universities you can think about in the country, from the Ghana Institute of Journalism, from the University of Cape Coast, from persons conducting researches, from students here on campus, workers, everyone. It is the Baum Library. Now, if you look at the surroundings, it tells you that the Baum Library is a pale shadow of itself when school is in session. The doors are locked. There is no activity currently ongoing around here, and that is the situation for you. It means that workers and all of those who rely on the Baum Library to conduct researches, to seek information, and to gather materials for whatever work they are doing have been deprived of that opportunity because of the closure of the institution due to the coronavirus. My tour of the university campus has brought me to Radio Universe, which is a campus radio station here at the University of Ghana. As you can see, there are some renovation works ongoing, despite the fact that the school has been closed down. Shortly, I will be speaking to Dr. Abubakar Siddiq Ahmed, who is the station manager here, to tell us how the closure of the campus because of the coronavirus has affected their activities. So since the students were told to vacate the premises of the campus, how has this affected the operations of Radio Universe?
Radio Universe was also considered as an essential service provider on the university campus. So just as the president announced and gave some dispensation to essential services, the university did the same, and so it gave us some protection. So even now, as I speak with you, our students reside on campus. But of course, we must also go beyond just accommodation. How do we ensure I have not less than 70 students, and so I left it initially open, but I knew the kind of students that I would want to commit into this work, because commitment and dedication is important, as well as availability. And so I made the news team to submit me their list. Now, when they submitted their list, I looked at it and assessed it with them, and then we settled on a certain number. But even at that point, we did not ask all of them. We left it open, and of course, some went home because it's a matter of choice. Some went home, and so the rest who stayed, we monitored and we gave them assurances. But even with that, some still went. Then gradually we got to know those who are going to be very committed to the work. And now, as I speak with you, I have not less than 25 of them, including my administrative staff who run, the station. Five. Right. Right. To do the work. But then we should also acknowledge, the fact that they are residing on campus, and just yesterday I had to find a way to get them some rice, some food, well, they are taking part and we are also assisting. We cannot, take their feeding entirely, but we are doing our best, to keep them.
So I am standing in front of one of the private hostels on the University of Ghana campus, the Ivandi Hostel. And at the entrance of this hostel, management issued a directive which was to the effect that by the 21st of this month, all Ghanaian students were to evacuate the building. And this is in compliance with a directive issued by the University of Ghana management that students should vacate campus. Now, foreign students were also given by the 20th of March this month to indicate whether or not they had difficulty evacuating, so that they are given enough room to stay behind and then make enough arrangements to move away from here. Some sources I spoke to told me that no Ghanaian student is currently residing here. However, there are some foreign students who face difficulties trying to evacuate within the time frame that the university authorities gave them, and so they are still residing here. Now I'm standing in front of one of the traditional halls of the University of Ghana, that's the Volta Hall, and when school is in session, this hall accommodates thousands of students. More than 1,000 students are residents in this hall. A visit to the residents showed that no activity was ongoing. The mobile money vendors around the hostel had closed their shops. The hairdressing salon and other shops we saw around had also been closed, and there was virtually no activity and no persons around to even ask what the situation was around there. The situation is no different at the other hostels on campus. At the Legon Hall, there was virtually no one there. A few people could be seen walking in and out. Cars were parked in front of the hostel, but that was about it. So I have been to some private hostel facilities on campus. We went past Pent Hostel. The main entrance was locked. We visited Ivandi Hostel, and that had a notice at the entrance for students, and it was a directive indicating all those residents there to pack out of the place by March 21. Now, here at the JQB, the usual movement to and fro is conspicuously missing. The building serves as a lecture halls for mostly the first year and second year students, for offices, and also serves as an eatery. But as you can see behind me, the building is locked and there are a few students around still trying to catch up with their lecture notes. To ensure that academic work isn't hindered by the lockdown, the university, like several other educational institutions, has announced that effective Monday, 30th March, all students are to log into an online system to continue their academic work. Professor Nanaba Apia Amfo, Pro-Vice Chancellor of the university, provided details of how the system is going to work.
The SACA learning management system, which we are seeking to deploy for this exercise, has been with us since 2014. Last year, December 2019, there was an upgrade on that system. The upgrade was necessitated by the fact that we are planning to enroll all our UGRC courses online from next academic year. And indeed, in preparing for this, we piloted some UGRC courses this semester So there are at least 6 UGRC courses which our students signed up for online, and so it's being run on Sakal.
Some students I spoke to welcomed the idea but hoped the university will address challenges they have identified with the system.
It's impossible to do like an online study. Imagine you have to go and let's say do practicals, go and check a patient and assess, maybe a pregnant woman, check if the baby is lying down well or something. That's for the Korle Bu students. You can't do that online. You can't meet your cast and prepare a play for your final exam online. You can't do a lot of those things online. So that's one of the challenges.
Yesterday, my team had a meeting with the president of the SRC and the president of GRASAC. They raised the concerns, many of which we have all read, and we discussed these concerns and we sought to address these concerns and allay the fears of the student community. And I'm happy to let you know that they indicated that they do not in principle oppose this program, and I believe that they were quite satisfied with the response.
In normal terms, we would have seen consultation of the SRC to roll out some systems. So when we spoke about freshers first accommodation and all of that, there was a long process we started way back last semester. But with this particular one, you are seeing that some people are complaining that GRASAC have come out to say that didn't consult me, and UG SRC says same.
There have been questions raised that students were not involved in this decision taking. Let me say that this is a decision that in normal times would have been taken by the academic board. In the circumstances that academic board couldn't meet, management had to take this decision on their behalf and at the appropriate time seek ratification. Now, as we know, students are not involved in decisions relating to academic issues. That's the reason why, even though students have representation of many of our boards and committees, they don't have representation on academic board or business and executive committee.